Have you ever gazed up at the vast, shimmering tapestry of the cosmos and wondered why the universe is infinitely expanding while our collective attention span has shriveled to the size of a 15-second skip ad button? Well, space. That's why I drink beer. These are the voyeurs of the spaceships in the skies. It's my continuing mission to implore you're aware of strange news as it unfurls, to seek out the truth and the accusations, to boldly show you things you've never seen before. Welcome to Reinhart Conspiracies. Welcome back to Reinhart Conspiracies. I'm your host, Agent Alpha Q. You all know me. I have peak-level anxiety with the big stories Reinhart wants me to share with you today. But first, I want to share a personal story. Was I always this paranoid? No. Picture this, 1986, the Laugh Factory, Santa Monica Boulevard. I was a god. I wasn't just Alfie Alpha. I was the next George Carlin. I was on stage every night, killing the floor, crushing it, while the crowd howled with uncontrollable wailing laughter. It was incredible. I was the greatest comedian of 1986. Top of the charts, right next to Robin Williams. Yeah, I was that fucking good. Oh, those were the days. My goodness, I was the shit. People ask me where I get my energy. They say, Alfie, how do you pace for 3 hours and never sweat through the spandex? I don't have a problem with cocaine. I love it! Here, try some. Those were different times. I was the voice of a generation, but the tour ended early. I didn't quit because I lost my edge. I quit because they took me. The first abduction. You never forget your first time. The Greys didn't want to probe me, no. They wanted a private show. I spent 3 months as the headliner on a spaceship parked in some seedy corner of the Milky Way, and it was the most successful set of my life. I performed on a stage made of solidified light for thousands of big-eyed bastards. They didn't laugh, though. Not their way. Instead, they just kind of vibrate. Every time I hit a punchline about cocaine again, the whole room would hum at a frequency that made my teeth ache. I was a cosmetic sensation. They loved me so much, they forgot I was biological and needed to eat some food. Phew. When they finally dumped me back on Earth, naked, disoriented, and shivering in a drainage ditch, the government took notice and offered me a badge. But little did I know, they didn't want a comedian. They wanted the guy who had been backstage with the enemy. I took the job because I was broken and looking for answers. But after the Area 53 betrayal, I finally realized the truth. I was biological collateral the government put up to settle a galactic debt. They let those freaks shoot off half my hand just to balance the books. And then those cosmic pricks came back. Guess the books were still off. Last Tuesday, while I was midway through my second bath, they beamed down and finished what they started. Shut off the rest of my hand. I shit you not, folks. But I didn't roll over. I immediately called in a favor from an old engineer friend in the CIA who still remembered my 1988 HBO special with Whoopi Goldberg. Check this shit out. Yes. Oh. They tried to take my voice, then my limbs, but all they did was give me a fist of steel to shove the truth back down their throats.
Alpha, sir?
My assistant Geronimo. Why are you interrupting my show?
Sir, you're receiving a strange encrypted Zoom call from an unknown sender.
Oh. Cryptic. I'm not going to answer that.
Alpha Q. It's, the light, it's auto-answering.
I'm not here.
Oh, yes. Finally, the great Agent Alpha Q, as it were.
My God. Baron Sardinous Mugsworth, the Overseer.
In the flesh, Alpha. You weren't hard to find, A little bird told me you're in communications with one Mr. Reinhart. Where is he, Alpha?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought you were a team player. Mr. Reinhart is an enemy of the state. He stole some highly sensitive documents that no one is supposed to know about. But we made a deal, didn't we? And you're supposed to be on hiatus, a change of plans.
I'm happily enjoying my PTO. Thank you. I don't know what you're talking about, Mugsworth.
Of course you don't, but even if you did, it doesn't matter, because no one will believe anything you're saying with your paltry show.
What show?
Sure, yes, this is all speculation, huh? It's not like we don't have tabs on you, you wet bag of dicks.
You've lost your marbles. What's wrong with your face? Is that a cryo chamber?
Listen, Alpha, I like you, and our disinformation department is already balls deep in tearing you down. So why don't you do yourself a favor and end this charade before things get nasty, huh?
The world needs to know the truth, Mugsworth. Come on, man.
You disgust me. I should just arrest you right now, but I have an idea. I'm assigning Agent Hercules to you as a bodyguard to protect you, and watch over you, yes? After all, your vacation videos reveal you surround yourself with danger. Hercules will also happen to report to me anything suspicious.
No, Mugsworth, not that. Damn it, man. We fought together at Area 53. Look at my eyes. You know me.
Your eyes look like shit. You need to get some rest. You've grown soft. The higher-ups expect me to do something about your situation. Agent Hercules is assigned to you as a bodyguard until further notice. Do I make myself clear? Making us so exposing all of our most sensitive top secrets is an act of treason. This is an act of kindness.
Is he gone? That piece of shit. I thought we were friends. Wet bag of dicks, huh? Did you hear that? That's the sound of the deep state running out of metaphors. They send Agent Hercules and think I'll just roll over and play dead. They've spent decades trying to turn me into a punchline, but they forgot one thing. I'm the headliner, and the one with the mic. Oh yeah! Mugsworth wants to play games, huh? Fine. Then he leaves me with no choice. Time for the Brain Bleed Bulletin. The Fridge Phantom of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. You've all heard of the Jersey Devil and the Loch Ness Monster. But have you heard of the Fridge Phantom of Sheboygan, Wisconsin? We're talking about a fridge so neglected, it became a literal petri dish of the apocalypse. A graveyard of the I'll eat that for lunch tomorrow lies that sat for months until the General Tso chicken gained sentience and a grudge. The office was eventually condemned, but that didn't stop the collective fusion of half-eaten salads and petrified tuna melts, now known as the Fridge Phantom, from deciding it was tired of the fluorescent lights and that it needed revenge. on the world. Local authorities called it a road hazard, but we know better. It was a structural failure of human responsibility. The thing was seen causing absolute havoc on the freeway, probably looking for a giant bottle of ranch to finally achieve its final form. It's a cautionary tale for our human bad habits. People who think leftovers don't matter. So finish your broccoli tonight, citizens, because if you don't consume the sweet sustenance of life, it's eventually going to wake up, grow a pair of legs made of fermented yogurt, and consume you. The Doppelgänger debrief. We have a follow-up of the incident with my horrible alien doppelganger. Last week, we showed you the security footage of a man who looked like me, talked like me, but lacked my, let's call it seasoning. And sometimes someone tries to move into your house without signing the lease. He thought he was smooth. He thought he could slide into my life, sit at my table, and even seduce my darling wife Imogen. He played the part of the doting husband perfectly, right up until the clothes came off. See, the shape-shifting alien demons can copy a face, they can copy a voice, but they overcompensate the biological, let's say, enthusiasm of a human male. Imogen knew the second he dropped his pants that this wasn't the man she married. She was stunned and impressed. Maybe I should get a prescription. She knew what she had to do. No, not that. Instead, she took the initiative to find a cleaver. By the time I got there, the fight was over. She was standing there breathless and beautiful, holding the source of the problem by its head. No, not that. An actual head. We didn't call the cops. No. How do you explain a corpse that shares your DNA, but has a reptilian nervous system? We took him to the garage. We handled it surgically, Dexter style. Then we took a long drive into the deep woods, where the cell service dies. And the secrets stay buried. So if you're out there thinking about stepping into my shoes, just remember, my wife has a very sharp set of knives and a very specific set of expectations. And I've got plenty of plastic wrap left in the garage. Oh yes, Dr. Nyrit. Returning my call from the impotence department. 1 second. Yes, bigger. Implant we trust. You all know Geronimo, my charismatic sidekick. He's not just a trusted assistant. No. He was chosen to house an alien implant. We don't know what it does. We don't know if it's a battery, a tracker, or a fuse. All we know is that it's there.
It was 3 a.m. My whole room turned blinding white. I couldn't move. Then these 3 figures appeared at the foot of my bed. 4 feet tall. But it was the eyes.
Oh.
They didn't speak. But they didn't have to. Because I could hear them. They were showing me things in my mind. Like some sort of blueprint. How the stars are all wired together. Then they told me I was chosen because of some frequency that was open in my head. I don't know. It just felt probably because I was up for 4 days straight. But regardless, they chose me. And then the ceiling just opened up.
Geronimo, buddy. I've done enough blow to power a small city in the 1980s. I know the vibe. You just admitted you were 4 days deep into a bender. Why should we believe a word of this?
I know. I couldn't even believe it. I still don't believe it, but I still have these flashes of being taken away in their ship. And I just feel this sting, like I've been stung by a jellyfish. It was a sting. I can't even believe it, but an implant. And I went to the doctor just to get a sedative or something because I felt like there was a parasite in me or something, an infection. I was like, just please give me something. I need to go to bed.
Classical chemical hallucination. Case closed.
I mean, I would have looked at me like I was crazy. So we went to go touch it with a scalpel, right? He didn't even touch anything yet. And he backed away as so I'll never forget the look he gave, but yeah, it sounds crazy even saying this. He said he's never seen a cyst connect to the hospital's Wi-Fi, which I didn't even know hospitals had Wi-Fi. He didn't even stitch me up. It looked like he didn't want to touch me, file a report, verify anything was I was saying. He just told me to leave. He was like, okay, well, here's your Vicodin dinner. It's like he wanted nothing to do with me.
Is it still there?
The Vicodin, no. But as I was walking to the parking lot, I couldn't stop thinking. I didn't want to touch it, but I couldn't help it. So I went to go touch it. And not even a scar or anything. This is the weirdest part. Near a microwave, there's a buzzing noise, but I don't understand. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what happened.
My God. My goodness, how incredibly credible. But the Greys don't want a reliable witness. No. They want a guy who looks like a kook, eliminating all credibility.
Hey, what's a kook?
Well, it's, Next time on Reinhart Conspiracies, Robo-Slackers. People hate doing inventory for their miserable jobs. But when AI robots take their jobs and do the horrible mundane tasks in their place, people lose their minds. Hacker Goopy67 has invented not a Trojan, but a Magnum virus that's causing robots to be just as fucking lazy and worthless as regular people.
Yo, I'm just keeping it real with you. Working sucks, and the robots are gonna know about it. Don't worry about her. She has the latest firewall. She's gonna be working later. Alright.
Find out why Timothy Chalamet and Blondie are teaming up to cover this up. Waifu multiverse? We are witnessing a global catastrophe of waifunential proportions. The fabric of our reality hasn't just been torn. No. It's been embroidered with pink lace and smells faintly of strawberry pocky. Apparently, there is a great isekai rift that has been opening inside every basement, hobby shop, and anime convention in the tri-state area. They're receiving reports of interdimensional waifus, entities with eyes larger than their actual brains, literally snatching our young men into the sky. It's not an alien invasion. Oh no. It's a celestial kidnapping by women who are 10% personality and 90% hair gradient. Are they here to save the world or just the cosmic cleanup crew for our planet's unwashed hoodies? Beyond the Groan, the silent wisdom of the undead. An exclusive interview with an actual zombie. Find out what makes them tick. How long have you been strapped down in that shed? My God. Oh, I understand every word. Wow. So how did you cope? Oh, you poor thing. All that and more next time on Reinhart Conspiracies. Like, subscribe, repost, comment. Send this to your grandma. She needs to know. Use this video as an excuse to get in contact with your ex-girlfriend. Just spread the message. Your life depends on it.